Peace of the gang, and welcome to Quit the Cat Podcast. Everything good?
Yeah, everything good. You good?
Yeah, we good. All right. Peace of the gang. Welcome back to Quit the Cat Podcast.
Yes,
it's your
sir.
boy BP alongside the Bishop and PosiTiff. And listen, man, it's another great day.
It
How y'all
already
doing?
starts in here, man. Let's do a vibe check.
Vibe check.
We
Let's
didn't
go.
do it last time.
We're going to start off with Tiff. What's up?
Tiff has a table.
Yes, Tiff does.
Tiff, shout out the table. Shout out Bishop.
To the table, and shout out
table.
to Potty the plant.
Potty the plant. Shout out Potty.
What? You
Shout
know
out
what?
Potty.
In there, I just hear pot. I just be like,
Poddy.
Potty. That sound like okay.
For the podcast.
Shout out Potty the plant.
Thank
That's
you.
lit.
Thank you.
How you feeling, Bishop?
I'm feeling good, man.
We see.
I feel good, man.
We see.
I feel good, man. I feel today is a good day, man.
It is.
Every day's a good day.
Absolutely, 100%.
Because listen, I feel good. How you feel?
How are you?
You know, my black is effervescent. I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? Let's go.
Let's go. So where we at today?
We were all over the place.
But go ahead, look and start with the question that you asked initially.
Yes.
What?
Is
I'll ask the question.
Okay.
So we're first. Let me. I just want to cut.
Yes.
I want to commend both of you because March is International Women's History Month, and
whoop, whoop, shout out ladies.
Yes, shout out to all of the ladies worldwide. This is our month to just be.
Okay.
I want to again thank you, and I told you thank you last week. You know, because last week was my premiere episode as a co-host.
Yep.
The feedback from the women was phenomenal.
Yes, I appreciate your feedback. I don't get feedback in my land.
They don't say nothing. People just be like, I seen it. And that's it. And I'm like, you don't comment on that. You gotta say something when you see it.
So just want to highlight some of the things, the fresh perspective.
Yes.
You know, broke up the testosterone
on
here, which is not easy. It's not easy.
Oh, yeah,
but broke up the testosterone. There was something that you were speaking to, Bishop, about the role of a man in the household, and just stepping up. And I had a young woman reach out to me on Instagram, and she sent me a long message and was stating that that's what she was struggling with in her household right now. A man who has stepped up said he would take on the responsibility as another child. So it opened up a safe space for what we talked about, just one woman to say what she needed to say.
Yes.
So again, I just want to commend you guys for making space for the women,
I appreciate
and hearing our voices.
Yes,
absolutely.
Okay?
Because I love the women.
Listen, man, I'm surrounded by women, so I have all I hear is women voices.
Yes.
So all day.
Listen,
wow, y'all see what I'm dealing with? This is episode
I
2.
I do love that. It's because I have even stronger love for women and feminine energy and its creative power, because I believe that it is the start of civilization.
Yes.
So where my studies have, to Maya and just the beginning of feminine energy, and life starts there. So my respect for women and what they provide to us and just to humanity is big. And in that retrospect, I respect them even more.
Good stuff.
I thank God as a woman.
Good stuff. Really?
Yeah,
I do. I
so
thank God as a woman.
So,
I really do.
are you? So
I'm a believer.
Okay.
Where civilization, I'm Maya, and the whole creative is feminine energy for me.
Okay.
So
okay.
that's where there
So
wouldn't be no man here without a woman. So.
That's a fact.
Amen.
That's
Amen.
a fact.
So very quickly, I want to shout out. This is my shirt, and it says, "An easier assignment is not coming."
Okay.
Okay. So
do we need to put a link down at the bottom where they can go pick that up?
This is not my shirt. This is
Okay,
Julia
gotcha.
Mallory of Black Mermaids.
Okay.
I love Julia. So
Me too.
I just wanted to. I put this shirt on. I've had this shirt on for a couple years. Like you could see, the letters are kind of. But I put this shirt on as a reminder most days when I have an assignment to do.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to remind myself of the assignment. And sometimes our assignments can be heavy. So I just cradle myself in this shirt as a reminder. So shout out to
Miss Mallory.
Miss Mallory.
Shout out to you,
Miss Mallory. So speaking of feminine energy,
Right.
we are going to jump right in.
Okay.
Okay. So feminine energy, there is a lot going on in social media world right now.
Right.
And feminine energy can come from all kinds of places.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to throw a question out there to you guys,
You first.
to you men.
You can answer.
Let's go.
Are y'all ready?
Yes.
I'm ready. We're ready.
Is it why or why not? Okay. Now y'all know I like to ask questions that make people think. And again, we're in conversation. In bold questions. I don't shy away from bold questions. Why? Why is it or is it not okay? We're going through this thing where all of a sudden stuff surfaced with what's his name? Sean.
Oh,
Yes, with P. Diddy and Meek Mill.
Spice Daddy.
So, you know what?
Spice Daddy.
Spice
So,
Daddy.
just from lay terms,
Ooh.
you're talking about apparently gayness in the rap community.
Mm.
In other communities, why is that not okay? Like, what's the stigma here? Help me understand as a woman. Like,
I think if you come out
First to
as
say-
that,
okay,
I want to put some disclaimers.
put disclaimers so that we don't get shut down.
Yes.
We don't know. We weren't there.
I just want to give disclaimers.
Yeah.
Hey,
Go ahead.
shut
Go
us
ahead.
down. It's an independent operation.
Yes, it is an independent operation. But I don't. There's no offense. No offense. We're just speaking our opinions.
Right, right.
Just
And
okay.
if you are offended, do not be afraid to tell us.
Okay.
Say
That's
something.
true too.
Do not be
Say
afraid to correct us.
Yes.
If we say something that you take offense to, that's what conversation is about.
Yeah, I'm good with
You
that.
know what I
I'm
mean?
good with
Like,
that, yeah.
if any of us, if we say something that offends you, get in the comments and let us know. But be able to have an adult conversation.
Yeah.
You know, don't come in here talking about, we gay bashing or any of that, because we're not doing that.
Yes.
It's a conversation. Like, we want to open people's eyes to having those tough conversations, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
So let's
Okay.
have it.
So let's have some tough
Please
conversations.
ask the question one more time.
So why or why not? So this audio surfaced, and apparently something.
Affidavit, yes.
An affidavit where there's a written statement as to a Philadelphia rapper
Yes.
who was in a room
Yes.
who used to date Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
So we can't say it's an assumption.
Yes.
We can say, oh, we're not going to say it's,
Right.
some other rapper from Philly,
Yes.
but we know who it is.
Right.
So why or why not is it okay or not okay to be portrayed in that light in this world, in the rapper world?
Hip hop is such a
Hip hop.
manly.
I couldn't think of the daggone word.
Hip hop is such a manly genre, and when you step into that arena, you're like everybody presents themselves as a gladiator. Like, you the biggest, roughest, toughest, most gangster killer. I rap better than everybody. I do this, and when you're in that arena, you have to present as that all day. You can't say, I'm little flimsy wrist who, you know what I'm saying?
Flimsy wrist.
What?
Flimsy wrist.
Iced out wrist. His wrist is broke. Okay. Ice on his wrist.
Oh,
My
okay.
bad. Ice on his wrist. My bad. You have to stand in that all day long. And when you stand in that, you gotta stand in that. So they're saying, I'm doing this, my little side thing behind closed doors, but now it's out. People see what you're doing, bro. Like, you wasn't, I don't even know if I'm explaining it right.
No, you're
I'm
fine.
fine.
Yeah. You're capping, basically.
Yeah, you lying. Like, come on. Like, if that's how you would have came out,
Then
I think you would have had.
it would have been more acceptable.
It would have been more.
It would no success.
You wouldn't have had no success, honestly, because we've seen other people do it. They came out, and immediately after they come out, they was gone again. You know what I mean? And that's because the game, that's not what they want in the game. That's not what they're trying to promote. That's what they're not trying to see. But that's what you are. And it's just not, it's not something that's widely accepted.
Speculation.
Still
Kind of.
speculation.
So is that safe to say?
I mean, it's still speculation. We wasn't there. We didn't see it.
Right.
We don't know for sure. We don't know if this person's telling the truth.
We're
It's
just
been
having a conversation
Yes.
about
Yes.
it. Right,
It's
right.
been a lot of
We're just
stories.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a lot of stories, and that dressing alike as grown men is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But to each his own.
Right.
But at the same time, if that's who you are, be who you are. But don't stand there and be this tough guy, and then behind closed doors,
So yes,
you got tough
that's
buns.
So that's what.
That's
All right, so look, that's where I was going to go with it.
Okay,
right?
go ahead.
So, and there's a line, especially when you in anything, right? With this is the problem with us not being ourselves, or we saying it's just entertainment, or it's just this, it's just that, because then after a while it doesn't become just that. So with, like, let's say with me, you talk down on the very essence of a thing. That's why it's not acceptable for you.
Right.
Because
Okay.
you done belittled people for
Right,
being gay.
right.
You done talked about killing people for being gay. You done talked about all these things in reference to being gay.
Right.
And now here it is that you are being portrayed or even close to that flame. This is why they're coming for you.
Right.
Because see, you didn't, like, there's a thing, like, you have, like, it's a difference, like, because we know Ice Cube and them didn't kill nobody. We know Dr. Dre didn't kill nobody. We know, but there's a difference in your lyrics when you speak and portray a certain way. And now here you are being revealed, so
Right,
to say, in a
right.
certain light. See, we won't have a problem with Puff Daddy being bisexual because Puffy doesn't put on that exterior that makes you think that he's anything other than himself.
Right.
So no one really is bothered if Puff Daddy is bisexual. Nobody is bothered if people are bisexual, period. It's the nature for him because you belittled people for who was gay.
Yeah.
And you talked
Yeah.
about it. So you
Yeah.
made this big.
Yep.
That's why people dragging you, this is what you get. Because you talk down on the very essence of the thing that
So that goes into, you know, what we always and what we've talked
Yes.
about on and off, and you know, in our previous conversations, just being comfortable with who you are.
Yes.
right.
yes.
You know, in the essence of
Yes.
quit
Yes.
the cap.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
absolutely.
and that's why we're having this conversation, because in too many areas and in too many arenas in life,
Yes.
people are straight up capping.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
like you said, if you would have came out, you know, before and this is who you are,
Yeah.
that's your thing, that's
You
your
gotta accept it.
thing.
You
Like,
gotta
we ain't
accept
mad.
it, yeah.
Either you're gonna like him as a rapper or you're
Yeah,
not.
right.
But you came out as this
Right.
person and portrayed
Yes,
yourself
gangster
in this
killer, yes,
right.
yes.
You portrayed yourself in this light. So now, do you garner the same respect in the hip hop community
Right.
that you would have if you would have just been real?
You lose respect.
You lose respect, and I feel
Right.
like the other community's not going to accept you because they never cared anyway, because they know you were bashing.
Right,
them.
right.
They know you didn't care for them. So now, why would they come to defend you? Because you were once Saul.
Right.
Is that fair to say?
Yes.
So now, when you were talking down on them and talking down on that community, or calling people faggots and calling people out of their name, and yet now here you are. So now you got to stand on this island
Yeah.
alone because your genre, because like everybody has a niche. Like I
Right.
know I'm not everybody's favorite.
Right,
You know,
right.
so I know when I'm speaking positive or I'm talking to people that speak that language back.
Right.
So his whole crowd of people that listen to him speak that language. So now you can't repair because in that language you done built this wall of anti-gay, or you can't be this, or you're a bitch, or if you a guy, I can't remember all his verses because I'm not a big fan, but I know he says things about pants sagging and fagging, and you can't be doing this, and you was sucking dick, and you was and now here you are.
So do you think that's that? And we talked about this again last week. That being honest with yourself, that projection, you know, that projecting those inner feelings of what you really are, it comes out in what you say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything you're against,
Yeah.
you know, it comes out in
Yeah.
what you say, and in all actuality, it's like it's just coming out because you're fighting your own
Right.
demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I'm so even on that, I'm still wrapped up in this thing where if you know multiple people are there, it's not a secret.
Mm.
I don't know why people think NDAs or whatever they call.
Yeah.
It's not a secret.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing things, you have to be prepared to stand on the podium because it's coming. Like it's coming. So like it's a difference, right, for people that are not wanting to be seen or wanting to be liked or wanting to stand on that stage. Do what you do. But when we want to be praised and you want to be seen a certain way, you got to stand on that stage when it's time.
So this is going into another conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Loyalty.
Mm-hmm. There's none in that arena.
Loyalty.
I think the only thing that people, when you get to a certain zeros, the loyalty is the hawk in the room. It's the green. I think outside of that, like, because those people are not, let me real quick, with that type of community, right? The community is not based on loyalty. Them communities is based on finance.
Oh, yeah.
It's not loyalty.
Right.
Listen.
They'll snake each other in a heartbeat.
I can see, if you strip the money from some of them suckers, they're suckers. Like, I promise you, their whole mannerisms, the way they talk and act as a man, I wouldn't even be around you. It's just that you got money, so money pushes you into this light where people see you, and the money illuminates you. So the only thing people really see, listen, people don't like them people. People don't even like people that they think celebrities and you like the essence of what they have.
How about it?
You don't like them. You don't know them.
How about
so that's
it?
that's that thing for us. That's where we become. It's the money. It's not them.
Or the attention, the money, the attention.
Listen, that's why
like,
the one girl said, we date in our circle. If you got a certain amount of money, it doesn't matter who you are. You got money. That's their circle. So the money is the glue. It's not the loyalty.
Yeah.
Some of them people wouldn't even be around each other if it wasn't for the money.
Money, man.
So
they only loyal to the green. That's it.
That's
they
it.
only loyal
so
to
when
the
you
green.
bring in them outsiders and them escorts and you bring into them people,
they're going to sell.
Listen, you think, come on, Ron.
If TMZ come to you with 250,
listen,
you tell them whatever happened last night.
Especially to what, 250,000?
250, yeah.
Because listen, let's just say you go in there, 36,000 ain't gonna hold nobody. 50,000 ain't gonna hold nobody. Especially you bringing escorts, you bringing these people, and you paying them change compared to what y'all worth.
Yeah.
Oh, you know they only come in. Listen, they're coming to do a deed, and they're looking for something that they can attach so that they can hurt you later. Oh, listen. Even with us now, we was to come up and you get some money and you get things. People are not coming because they loyal to you. They coming to see how can I get something from them. It's not coming to embrace you for what you have. Somebody's always coming to shake the tree. That's why they come. That comes with the territory of prosperity. That's why they tell people, watch who you... See, this is the thing. When you got your close friends, they say, I keep my circle. See, everybody don't do that. They get in there and they start teaming their circle. Because certain men, at the end of the day, you're not going to be around somebody that's going to cause you to belittle yourself.
Right.
You see?
Right.
But now you got people in there that are thinking different. I don't know, maybe. Like, I read in this book, it said, but for us on a smaller spectrum, that you can never say what you wouldn't do until you're presented, because when you look at your bank account and you only got 500 in there, or you only got 10,000 in there, and we talking about degrading yourself for a couple 100,000,
right?
People gonna do that all day. People smoke their brother over $2,000. You know, people put hits on people for 5 bands. Listen, 5 bands won't even get me through a week. But people kill people that were $4,000 or $5,000. Like when you hear rappers, I can put a hit on you for 5 bands, $5,000.
Right.
So the value of life.
Right.
So that already goes, and Meek speaks that. So I feel like we sit on the outside and watch what this mouth sows. We talked about that last week. What comes out this mouth. You want to have to sow what comes out this mouth. R.I.P. to Nipsey, but Nipsey spoke that into existence. I can take you through a whole bunch of albums. He spoke it into existence. When you speak things, you gotta know it's coming. It's coming to fruition.
Right.
So we look at it and not just him, and it's probably be a whole bunch of people that's coming.
It's a whole lot of people.
I promise you, I truly feel that this is a year, and not just this year. I think it's just a dispensation that's coming of exposure. It's time to truly be you. So then that way, some people, like, we get in the plane, won't push, but now you're going to be pushed. So now you're going to have to stand on it. And I feel like, and like he said, in that genre, it's unacceptable because the violence and the masculinity that comes from that music. That's why only females that succeed in there, you gotta be vulgar to the level.
You gotta be as raunchy as the
You
man.
gotta be, you gotta speak so
Right.
vulgar that it just to spit in there like you're in
You
the
can't be
mix.
as talented. You gotta be raunchy.
That might not even be you.
No, that most likely it ain't. Most likely a lot of this stuff ain't the artists.
Right.
Like they're not tough. The women aren't whores. They're not like it's just. But this is what you got to present, or at least this is what the industry.
The culture.
The industry is telling you. See,
Ooh,
I don't know if it's the culture as much as
so?
because it's the culture, but it's the industry, and I say the industry because it is. If this is what I put the money behind, and this is what I promote, it's the institute. Now I'm feeding you this. This is all I want you guys to take. So we all going to think we got to be this, we got to be that. Who told us we had to be tough?
But again,
They told us we had to be tough. Listen, you listen to rap, you better be tough. You better be, you know what I mean?
But
somebody talk to you, better smack. I'm sorry.
No.
But
Don't be sorry. Don't ever be sorry. But that speaks to culture because as a black people, it's mainly us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What other culture do you see?
But what other culture do they promote as much as that too? You know
again,
what I mean?
so that goes back to what's going on with us.
So
it's a lot going on with us.
Can I ask you,
yes.
why is it acceptable?
Who? Oh, it's not acceptable
I mean,
to
not
me.
you, but why?
Yes.
Why do? I mean, because outside of us,
Sure.
why do you think it's acceptable?
So just like you said, when it comes to certain money and stature, people want to be attached to that. You know, people want to be attached to people who look like they're doing things. But when you know your value and your self-worth, like really know, that doesn't impress me. You know, and remember what you said last week about the heart of the work. If it's in you, if it's in your heart, you're going to do it. For us, it's in our heart. There is no amount of money that I can make or that you could offer me that would make me sell you out. That would make me sell you out when you know the value of money. And unfortunately, like you said, you're talking about people who don't know the value of money or the value of loyalty. I'm not going to sell you out for $250,000.
Right.
You know, I'm not. I'm just
because you know you
I'm
like if you want me to sell them out for this $250, then we got to be worth at least $1 million.
Hello.
So if
I
you want me to sell out for
right,
that, I could get that.
I can go get $1 million somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And people don't when you're used to making money don't impress you.
Yeah.
And I haven't made my first $1 million yet, and I know it's coming.
You better know it.
But I've made money.
You better talk that talk.
I've made money.
Absolutely.
You know, I've made money. And I'm not impressed by it.
Yeah.
Money is so minute in the grand scheme. It's major because that's how you support yourself, take care of things. But in the grand scheme of life, money is minute.
Yes.
Like compared to your spirit, your health, your life, the people that you have around you, and for those people to, especially the young impressionable ones, to see. They see these artists. They see these artists got money. You know, we see him. We like, my man got that joint. He got that chain on. That wheel nice. Like, and it looks impressive. But who they are spiritually and like internally is not equal to the value of anything that they actually own.
That's why I always look at it when you see. So I always ask people, like, especially people, because I know grown adults that are stargazers. So I asked them, what do you see that impresses you? Because there's a difference from seeing, and the tragic part is wanting somebody else's life versus wanting the freedom.
Right.
And what it allows you to do.
Yeah. Like you don't want the freedom.
You don't want the freedom.
That's
they
crazy.
want the life.
I want the freedom.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't think people, because if they knew it was just about the freedom, then you would know that's just not your first role model.
Right.
You know, there's financial freedom, but see, people don't want that. They want the life. They want the what they think is the reputation that comes along with that. And I feel like reputation has been so ingrained in us from our slave masters, and that is a thing where if you go back and you look at the how they did us in slavery for light skin, brown skin, or
Yeah,
not even
yeah.
just that part, but just northern and the southern, because when slaves were coming up north, the northern that people that never was slaves were like, we don't want y'all up here,
Right.
Yeah.
So this thing, and even on like the book, the spook that sat on the
Sat by the door.
Sat by the door, that was big in there because he was sent to infiltrate his own people, but when they were doing that, the infiltration, they thought they was planning him to infiltrate his own people, but he was infiltrating them when they was trying
Right.
to use him to infiltrate his own people.
Right.
But when he was coming there, it was his own people who was saying, no, you're not this class of Negro that we are. So that class thing is so...
That's a huge
That's
thing.
so
That's
big.
huge.
So big.
In
So-
the black community. That's huge.
So
That's
people,
huge.
it's like it's ingrained that if you're not a sports player or a basketball player or an actor, that is people's...
Or a drug dealer. Like, you
or
gotta
drug dealer,
you gotta
yes.
throw
Drug
that in there
dealers
too.
Yes, drug dealers are a
Yeah.
high commodity.
That is, people still want to be drug dealers, even though you've never seen a successful one.
Yes, there is
ever
never,
make
ever,
it.
ever,
Right.
in real life, ever. In Harrisburg history, any history that you go, any
In any
to the top, oh
community.
yeah, they shutting you down. But it's still the perceived outcome
Yeah.
that you want to have. So that's why I ask people, when you looking and you're stargazing and you're watching and you're amused, what grabs you?
Right.
'cause
So that's why conversations here on Quit the Cap are important, because like you said, it's a matter of opening your eyes
Right.
and ensuring that you know what reality is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody here knows what we got in the bag.
Right.
Yeah,
They don't know.
yeah.
And how we portray ourselves, how we serve,
Yeah.
how we show up. It's important.
Right.
It's important, like you said, in our community to make sure that you ask the young people, why are you idolizing that?
Right.
Yeah.
And ingraining in them and instilling in them, the most important thing that you can ever do is get your education.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the most
That's it.
important
That's
thing
it.
that you can ever do is get your education.
And be you.
And be you.
Be you. Because that's all
If
them
you
people
smart,
did. That's all them people did was they were themselves,
Yeah.
or the version of themselves that they presented to the
Right.
world. But it was them. You can't look at these people and say, I want everything they got. Be you and you can get that.
And being you, like whatever that, if young man, young woman, you in school, you a nerd, you the smartest one in your class.
Be that.
Please be the
Be
smartest
that.
one in your
Yeah,
class.
be that.
Do not be ashamed of it. Don't dumb down because
Be that.
somebody's bullying you or picking on you because you're smart.
Yeah, God,
Like be smart.
Be smart, please.
Like in the long run,
Please
it's gonna be
smart.
young men. In the long run, the ladies is gonna like the smart guys.
Young men, be smart, because you don't want to be that dude at 40 talking about I'm staying out the way.
Yeah.
You don't want to be. I knew a lot of dudes at 20 that was like, they the toughest dude, they do this everything. They 40, they trying to, but I'm just, I just got me this little job, stayed out the way. Don't be the dude that
Stay out the way or what?
Stay out the way.
They just stay out the way.
Stay out the way means this.
Like
Stay out the way means
I ain't doing
Yeah,
nothing.
I ain't
Like,
causing no problem.
I left it all behind, yeah.
I
But
ain't doing nothing.
it used to be a time when they was all the way in
In
the
the
way.
way.
Yeah.
And now they like, but so just stay out the way from the rip.
How about it?
Be
I
you
agree. I agree.
and do what you need
Because I
to
had a young
do.
lady say to me, she said, so even if he did come out, right, Meek Mills, if he came out and he was bisexual, gay, whatever you want to label it, it shouldn't be a problem. And I agree, it shouldn't be, but it's going to be because
Right.
you can't change the foundation of what the institution was, and he helped build those bricks.
You had way more
He built his
too
wall.
many years saying
Yeah.
F y'all, F y'all, F y'all, F y'all, F y'all, to then turn around and be like, and then not to come out willingly
Yeah,
to
'cause
get exposed.
And
he
and
didn't
then
deny it. Yeah, he-
Right.
that's I'm gonna go to that, but I'm gonna say this: I'm still gonna turn up the dreams and nightmares at the end
oh
of the
my
night.
gosh,
So
not the Black
I
National
used to pray
Anthem.
for times like this, to rhyme like this.
That
I
song.
still am.
No, I understand.
I still am.
That's the Black
I
National
still
Anthem.
am,
though.
and it can be, and that's my choice. But this is
I'm going
So,
Candy Rain.
gay or not, we still gonna do what we gonna do.
Yes.
But it goes back to and this is gonna be hot. when you give somebody else control, you give them power over you.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to let you tell my story before I tell my story.
Right.
And people don't understand that.
Yeah.
Let me take the power out of it.
Come on.
Let me deflate
That's
the balloon.
He
Let me tell you.
He better tell the story.
Let me tell you before the bishop or BP tells you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell it. I just listen.
I'm gonna tell you.
Right.
And people don't understand that.
Yes.
You give your power away when you
Yes.
allow other people to control your narrative.
When you're not transparent on who you are.
When you're not transparent.
That's it.
That's real power.
Yes.
That's
And
real
that's all you gotta
power.
do is just come out and say that's what we.
Answer nothing after
That's
that.
it. Yeah, listen, I'm a firm believer.
You ain't gotta say nothing.
If you say this is who I am and this is what it is, what am I? Who am I?
You take the
Who am
sting
I
out
to
of
say
it.
anything
You take the sting out
against
of it.
what you just that? If you confirming who you are and you confirmed in that, congratulations for finding yourself.
And just like you guys just said now, men, when you portray an image and then it comes out, now we got all these questions. Whereas if you would have just said it, what can we say?
I think that's the most fair thing that you can do is just say what it is and who you are.
I think that is a preparation thing, though. You have to.
Yeah,
be,
you have to be
prepared.
You have to be prepared.
So this is why
That's
I know
heavy.
people don't do self-building. They're just out existing, and they're thinking, since I'm here and my money, I don't have to be prepared. That's why you see so many rappers, artists, and people that can't handle when people are talking about them, when people are saying things against, because you've been spending your whole life trying to be loved and trying to be liked. That's the problem with coming with that, especially in the hip hop. You're always trying to pull for
to even get to that level.
Yes,
you have to be like that to get to that level.
In that game, like in sports, you ain't gotta worry about it. Nobody cares if you're good. That speaks for itself.
That's it. Yeah.
When you use this mouth and it's using words and you're building your repertoire and you're building your resume and you're building your trillness and you're building. Because see, it's a reputation.
But I beg to differ, because a gay football player is frowned upon.
Nah, listen.
If he can play, if he can play, he can play.
So that goes back to
if he can play.
Every gay NFL or basketball trash. It's a difference when you're trash.
That's a fact.
It's a difference when you're trash. That's why when people was like, "Oh, they're because he's gay." No, he's trash.
If Michael Jordan was gay,
yes.
Michael Jordan would still be the best basketball player in the world.
See, it's different when you're trash.
Yeah.
They're trash.
They're trash.
They're trash. That's why I said it's
listen. They just try to.
This is where I break up the testosterone. They still made it to that level, trash.
Listen. I feel like a lot of it was cap. I feel like they was just like, because the one boy, he was like, I'm gay. They was like, come on into the NFL. That shit lasted
now he don't play
1
on no
week.
team.
He's gone. Because he was trash.
Trash.
The white boy that came out for the Raiders, he was trash.
Listen, it's a difference. When you're good, you're good.
Okay.
They don't care that you're gay.
Be good and gay.
You gotta be good and gay.
It's like being black. You gotta be black and good. You can't be black and bad. So you gotta be good and gay.
It's a difference when you can't
be gay and bad.
In rap and things like that, you build your mouth. Like, I love Frank Ocean. I love like certain people.
Yeah, Frank Ocean's
I only know him. That's the only person I know. Like that. But you didn't build
Luther Vandross.
Yeah,
we love Luther Vandross.
Freddie Jackson.
Is Luther Vandross gay? Was he
Jackson.
gay?
Yeah.
Freddie Jackson.
Was he?
Yeah.
Who said?
Who didn't say? Is Queen Latifah gay? No, okay, we're getting too far.
First of all, don't be talking about Luther.
I like Queen Latifah.
I said Luther.
I love Luther.
Big Luther or Little Luther?
Freddie Jackson.
Huh?
Big Luther or Little Luther?
Freddie Jackson.
Just Luther.
Freddie Jackson. So Freddie Jackson, the whole time he was singing, the woman was married to his neighbor. So, but we still love his music. It's the thing that come out your mouth that
it's
builds,
what you portray.
Yes, that's the only reason it hurts you, because you stood and you stood against everything. So now to even listen, that's why the Bible says, "Don't let your good be spoken evil of." You don't even listen. If I know that they're doing things and they're strange, I'm not going in there. I don't want them to be like, I seen Bishop in there. I don't even want you to say that.
No. Yeah, we're not doing that. Right.
So the point is, he built his wall.
But if you go in there, I was in there.
Yeah.
And I turned up with him.
Stand on it.
Stand
Stand
on
on
But
business.
he's not going to do
You're not
it.
going to be able to.
But I would respect him more if
I would
he did.
respect it.
I would
Right.
I would
We
really I would
respect
respect
it,
him
but
more. But we're different.
It's like-
we're
It's
different.
like Donald Trump. I don't like him, but I can respect some of the crazy stuff that he says. You know, because
Hold on,
at least he
share
gonna
this
say
with-
it.
wait a minute. Can I share this with y'all? So
Share.
you
Share
know,
with
I
us.
have the PosiTiff brand.
Yeah.
So a woman had reached out to me yesterday. It was funny. She called my personal number and she's like, Tiffany Hall? And I said, yes. And she said, when I saw you earlier yesterday, I was wondering, because she wanted some PosiTiff merch. So she was like, when I saw you earlier, I was wondering why you were looking at me, strange when I told you. So she says, I sent you a text message earlier in the morning about a crew, a shirt. She said, and I got a response with a Trump 2024 shirt. So she said, I looked at it and I realized I texted your old number. She said, so I just want you to know whoever
You out here
has...
pushing them Trump
She
TVs
said,
shirts.
so I just want you to know whoever has your old number, they're literally selling Trump t-shirts to raise money for his legal funds. So when they responded back, she said she wanted a shirt.
Right.
So they responded back with,
I got this shirt for
yes,
you. This Trump
they
easy
sent
for
her the
you.
shirt. I apologize. I had to tell y'all that because that was funny. And I was just like, I said, well, I haven't had that number in over 10 years. And she was like, she never deleted it out of her phone. She just went, but it was just funny that you said that. Like they responded back with the Trump shirt and was like,
Yeah.
how many did you want? And she was like, huh?
How to grab one.
They said we got red, white, and blue, baby. Come on, America.
But again, it goes to what you said.
I'd rather
Oh,
a
my
person
God.
tell me
But-
the truth.
But that's it.
Exactly.
But that's along the lines
Exactly.
of what I'm
So,
saying is like,
You might not like
you
him,
may not like him,
but some of the stuff.
he gonna say something racist, and you gonna be like, you know what? I know where he's at with it. At least I can respect that. So
Yeah.
if
Because
Meek
you
was
know,
if Meek would've said,
yes.
I like boys. Hey,
If he
I
would have
don't
said
listen-
he liked boys, we'd have had a whole nother problem.
Who, Trump or
No, me. If he said boys, because y'all know how we are. If he'd have said,
oh well, other men. I'm
yes,
sorry.
here you go, we'd have been like, can you clarify what you mean by boys? And then, so.
Yeah, that would have took it. Now
that would have been a whole.
He would have got canceled for that
He
one for
would've
sure.
got canceled.
You better off just saying I'm gay than,
How
than
about it?
liking
And it's
boys. Because if you like
okay.
boys, you're immediately canceled.
Yeah,
for life.
yeah. We got to.
Yeah, I can't
we
fool
don't
you.
like that.
But
Not
again,
the
we can
innocent
continue
ones.
along.
Yeah,
So I think that's
Yeah.
so that we can just bring context so people not all over.
It's okay if you gay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
And I feel
Be
like
honest.
the only thing it is you can't. This is my problem.
Living your truth.
People try to make whatever they believe in fit institutions. You can't.
Right.
That's my only thing.
The industry.
The industry.
yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
You can't do that. So it's about knowing that that's what goes on there. That's what it's built off of, and that's where the genre is going to even more because it's like the drill music. You got to be the toughest of the toughest.
It's the most aggressive
you gotta
form
be
of
the
music.
most degrading
Actually,
to
it's
women. You got to be able. That's so. Like I know people get. I'm not a real fan of where hip hop, and it's not about just the rappers. It's the identity of it
Right,
for me.
right.
So
Yeah.
the identity of it for me, and where I'm at in my mind, and how I live as a black man, and where I'm at in my spirituality and just all of that, that's not a reflection of me. So I can't embellish. So I look at it like we can't change institutions. And that's the institution, and that's what it calls for. Gangster rap, killing, murdering, degrading women. That is what that is based off of. And now here you have this rapper who is now, even if it was so, that's fine. Nobody really has a problem with it. But the people for that genre and in that industry, they care because
That's not what they follow.
yes, that's what they didn't
They
sign
done
up
bought
for that.
into
the
They
whole
didn't
other
sign- They signed up for
yeah.
Glocks. They didn't sign up for
Yeah.
Cox. I just had to.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Quit the Cat Podcast.
But listen,
But-
I'm being honest. I just had to throw that in there. It rhymed when it went. But that's what it is. Like they signed up for gangster music. When they pop his music in, they want to pop a perk 30 and they want to ride and they want to be degrading and
Glocks
so
over
that's what they
Cox,
expect
ladies and
them.
gentlemen.
That's what they expect.
I was about to say, please don't preface popping something else.
That's what they expect from him. So I feel like in that genre, you cannot change the institution, and
You
I feel
can't,
like for
yeah.
him, you have to lay in this bed, man. So you know,
He
look
already
at it
was.
like,
So
that's why when people ask me, well, is he? I really don't care if he is or not. You know what I mean? That doesn't have no.
yeah, it don't make me
you know,
no difference.
It don't pay a bill in your house.
Listen, I never take that.
And this is a
literally.
discussion.
Yeah.
Glocks and cocks is a discussion.
Yes. So. Yeah.
No, it's not.
But,
We'll stop that conversation right now.
but yeah.
I listen. Nothing. Nope.
You know,
Woo!
I love people.
Do not pursue
that's
your
it.
rap career.
Yes, I love people, and I allow people to
be people.
be them.
That's
But
it.
I look at it when you portray a certain thing and you make
You gotta
that
stand
big,
in
got-
it.
you have to.
Yes,
gotta
like you
stand
said, you
in
make
it,
it big. You
stand
gotta
on it,
stand in
You
it.
have to.
Mhm.
I feel like it's funny like that because where we at? Oh, we got something. Let me see, because see, this is the problem with us trying to change institutions and make them fit, right? That even in the church. Like, I have no problem with you being gay, right? But we know that in the church and in those things, I'd rather you not hide it, but be outright with it, because that institution calls for the truth.
Right.
Fair?
Yeah.
Fair.
So it's okay that you wore a certain thing, but don't go trying to make the institution fit around you if you can't be true.
Right.
You see, because how do people truly get delivered if you still not transparent with your
Right.
sexuality?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I respect the man, because see, anybody can know the word of God and preach and tell you some things, and that's fine, but don't try to play.
So are you
the
talking about? So are you talking about preachers, pastors?
preachers?
Okay. Okay.
Preachers.
Okay.
Like, you got to come out, because that death calls for that transparency.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot change the institution. The Bible says what the Bible says. The word is supposed to be preached what the word is supposed to be preached. And now here we are trying to change institutions to fit people so that it feels acceptable.
Right.
If there was no homosexuality in the church, there's still no homosexuality in the church.
Right.
You cannot change the institutions to fit. So then that means that institution is just not for you.
Right. And that goes to what you said earlier. When you're speaking, you speak to your people.
Yes.
Your people, everybody's not your
Yes.
person.
Right.
Yes.
There are gay pastors, there
Yes.
are gay preachers out there, and they are open about
Right.
it.
Right.
So-
And they have affluent
Yes,
churches.
right.
Like,
But you can't change the word
you can't change it.
to fit with
Your message.
And that's
Right.
the thing. So you're gonna have to get out of that institution.
Right,
And that's
right.
where and that's why we were going to discuss the church. That's not everybody. This thing where the church and Jesus Christ is the this and that's the end being. Nah, I'm not on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the institution there's a lot to be learned about religion, where it came from, who started it, where it started, and if you go to learn about your people and where your people started, and you go to learn about civilization where it started, and you work your way back, then you'll have your answers.
Right.
So anything that outside of that, that's why I don't argue with people that don't study. Do you study and know what you believe in?
Mm-hmm.
And then why do you believe in it? How did you come about believing in it? Because if there's no power and nothing's resident in it and it didn't change your life, you still have some work to do. You know what I mean? Because if you're in something and you believe it and what you say you believe, if them words and the things that's coming off that page is not holding you accountable, you're still not ready.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like when people try to change institutions to fit them, no, the institution is, that's like people in the prison. The prison is this. No, the prison is the prison. Stop coming to jail.
Yeah,
The institution is what it is. The system and the structure is what it is. We have to change. We have to know that, listen, this just ain't for us. If you know you're struggling, listen, we're not telling you that God does not love you and that's not what we're talking about. Everybody is created to the spiritual power, but you have to know some institutions just don't fit you, because even the author of the book was gay. The book that we hold from 1617, where it was written, you understand? But we still want to shun the people, but you still going to sit there and tell me that literature that you hold, that was written, that you hold high and there, but you want a person look down on people, but you still holding the author's book. God didn't write that. That words come from man. So at the end of the day, we have to be cautious of what we're doing and what we're saying, and it's just not acceptable, and it's not okay if you don't understand that you can't pass judgment, because at the end of the day, your spirituality, your walk is on you. And that's the problem, that they don't, so this form and fashion, you have to be a certain way. And that's not the case, so it's And that's why I feel like the church is where it is. It's struggling on the identity because people are not transparent. Gluttony's running high, and there's no miracles, there's no power, because everybody is still stuck on self instead of rebuilding. Like, that's not how that community's supposed to work.
You said something that was relevant and prevalent when it comes to, the church piece, and just, you can't know God for me. You don't know my walk. You don't know what. But I'm gonna tell you this: I ain't arguing with nobody.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to make you believe what I believe. You believe what you want to believe, and look at your life. And if you're happy with it, you like it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like you said, getting away from that. Like, I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah.
If that's what you believe.
Yeah.
That's it.
Please believe it. That's wasted energy.
That's my motto to life. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. You like it.
I
love it. What you eat don't make me do nothing.
It's
society, and don't bring it to me.
I think, and plus too, I think this is the problem, man. I'll just be like, I'm an alien, man, because that's how I feel, because I feel like we have
in a human experience.
Yeah, I'm an alien, man. Because I look at it like we make things way more than they are.
More difficult than they
all the time.
All the time.
I truly believe, like, it doesn't matter, but we make it matter when it doesn't matter.
Right. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. Like it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Like we just said, and like we started this conversation with, doesn't matter if he was a gay rapper for real. Like it's just a matter of, like you said, we're living in a society in a time where we're talking about 2024 and exposure and just truth.
Yeah.
Like, we're just chasing the truth.
Right.
And if you're going to tell us the truth, we're going to be drawn to truth tellers.
I can rock with the truth.
I can rock with the truth. I don't have to question it.
Even the ugly truth.
The ugliest truth.
Even the ugly truth.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
Like you said, there's no questioning it. There's no denying it.
Yeah.
The truth is the truth. No matter how you would feel about him being gay, the truth is, if he's gay, he's gay. There's nothing you can do about it.
It'll be over tomorrow.
It's not peaceful. But it's the problem is not with us. It's the problem he ain't made peace with.
Right.
So many people have not made peace with who they are.
That's the problem with everything. That's always, when you listen. You can't come tell me something that I already know about myself. I like what you said about being transparent. So if somebody's running their mouth about it, and then I can just say, now what? Okay, now what?
But it's
not going to make me feel bad. It's not going to make me change for what I'm doing as a person. Now what?
When you and I shared this before. So in the time of my survival period after the domestic violence, I wrote a bad check in survival mode. You're surviving. You're going to do what you got to do to survive. Yeah. And I didn't feel like I was in a space where, like, I could tell anybody I needed, and people didn't understand that, And again, now that I'm older and I'm more mature, I can explain that. But I held a position, and I remember that was held over my head when they thought that it was power for them to use against me. And I was ashamed of that for years.
Right.
I wrote this bad check. I had a misdemeanor. I'm still a nurse. I'm this. Like, to the point people in the community was like, she's a felon. Why you got this felon? I had no felony. I had a misdemeanor. But again, what it made people think, like this person is good, this honest person, I didn't know my own power.
Right.
So now, I'm older. Oh, I'll tell you I got a bad check charge from eons ago. Yeah. But I'm still a nurse. Yeah. And the process that I had to go through to become a nurse to explain all of that as far as, my background check, like, it's stuff. But people will try to hold power over you for things. My granddad had A1 plus credit. Yeah. And it was so bad. Like, this article hit the newspaper, school board member has bad check charge, whatever. And my grandfather with A plus credit was like, I wrote a bad check before. Yeah. And I felt so much, I was like, man. But people will do that to you when you, again, when you're not in tune with Like it doesn't. You know how many other people out here done wrote? They doing time.
I don't know. I just see it like, especially as superstars. I'm like, I couldn't be a superstar because I could.
Yes, you could, and you are. You don't quit the cat podcast.
I could.
You
be
better
that,
correct
man.
that.
Make sure y'all holler at us and do what y'all need to do.
Yes,
anyway, but listen,
are.
because when I see people getting on stage and they apologizing for who they are, I'm like, yo, dog, why are you apologizing to us?
Tiger, why did you apologize?
Apologize to who you need to talk to, and the rest of the world just got to deal with it. Like, I'd be like, oh yeah, I did it. What y'all want? I'm supposed to apologize to y'all?
But I'm not even telling you.
I talk to my wife. My wife, like, she know we good.
Right.
But I just hate to see.
That was so demeaning.
I hate to see dudes
but
even when they did the code, like, I just hate to see people groveling. Like, oh, I'm so sorry, Lord. I'm so, like, man, if you don't stand on it, I did it.
But they need friends like us.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm going to tell you right now, if I was friends with Tiger Woods, don't you take your ass out there and apologize. Like, you're not doing that. Like, you are the greatest.
Did you say you crack ass?
I said black.
Because he's a little cracker, too.
No, he's not. He's Calibanese, black.
Calibanese.
But he's predominantly black. Okay. But it was done because him as a black man. Oh, yeah. It wasn't done because of the Asian part of him. It was done because this black man was the greatest in golf. So let's demean him.
Yeah.
If he would have had some of us, we'd have been like, listen.
I feel like that comes with the territory. Like it comes
Man.
with the territory in office. It comes. So I feel like when you gotta have your ducks in a row. Like, and out here, because when you're jockeying for people to like you, because there's a thing, when you're going out here for people to like you, when you're going to do things and you're trying to be this and you want the world, because in your mind, I want the world to know I'm the greatest. You got to know what comes with that. Even if you like it, believe it or not. That's why I always use parables from the Bible, because it all makes sense. Like, the same Sunday is coming up, they was praising you, and then at the same time, they'll turn around and be like,
they sure will. Come
on.
And
that's our real demeanor. It can be in the school board. People can be like, you was the best principal, everybody in there love you. Let you be smoking weed or doing something, driving drunk. Oh, he was doing what?
That's why it's wrong to hold people to, like, I understand we all have status and we all have, like, there's different occupations that hold it, like, but these are human beings. We're human beings. They're going to mess up.
I don't know the whole issue with, like, even Cal. Like, people dragging Cal for what? A DUI? Okay, but what did that have to do? He wasn't misappropriating with the kids, and he was doing what he was supposed to do in that aspect. What the man do when he riding around, or like, I just feel like
because it still goes to stature and who you are. When you know better, you do better.
That's true.
When you're leading men, that's not how you lead men. I'm going to disagree with you there.
Okay, that's cool.
And not just him, anybody in that position.
I got you.
You got to dot your I's and cross your T's.
I feel you. So shame on me if you catch me on a Friday night leaving the XL and I catch a DUI. That don't mean I'm not a bad person.
No, it doesn't mean that you're. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person at all. That doesn't make you, and that doesn't make him a bad person.
And that's just a lesson. It's just a matter of you see it happen to me.
That's what I'm saying.
So, but beforehand, you should be able to control that, because you are a leader of men.
Yeah, I got you.
Not just him. Anybody that's in that position. If you are a leader of men, it's not I go do it and ask for forgiveness.
Auntie, I was
partying. No. You better party. You better party in the house. You better party in the house.
Oh man.
Yeah, you better party in the house, because again,
you
get to a certain point and you get to a certain stature. Again, if we present ourselves as certain things. Yeah. Again,
oh my goodness.
If we present ourselves, you gotta stand in it.
I'm about to buy me another car and give you a wig.
And not a wig.
Nervous.
Not a Tyler Perry wig.
You're gonna be responsible, and you're gonna make sure that you get home before you reach that point.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And if not, you're going to make a phone call for somebody to come pick you up.
I'm calling Auntie Tiff then.
Yeah, and I'm going to cuss you out because it's probably like 4 o'clock in the morning and you somewhere you don't need to be.
Nah, I don't be out till no 4 o'clock.
Y'all don't be out that late?
Nah. 2 is the latest.
2?
At 2. Like you said, once a month.
Give me once a
2
month.
o'clock is the latest. Other than that, I'm in the crib by then. I'm always in the crib. But if I'm out, I'm partying. I'm partying.
But and enjoy your life.
Yeah,
enjoy
but be
your
safe
life,
about
but
it.
just be safe
Be
about
safe
it,
about it,
and
yeah.
understand when, again, like we just said, with greater levels of achievement come greater responsibility.
That's why I don't be wanting. That's why I be chilling,
Yes, you
bro.
do.
I be chilling because I don't want all that.
It's not about what you want. You have listen. It's not
I
about
gotta
what
agree
you
with
want.
you.
It's about
It's
your
about
assignment.
Yes, your assignment.
You don't get
though.
to determine.
You a big dog.
I'm not going to drink as much because Quit the Cap got 1 million followers and now they want to pay us.
But we'll be at a special spot, and then you know what I mean.
I'm talking about. But
We had a special spot.
We had a special spot now, of course.
So that's why, like even when people used to be
Right.
like, for me, oh, you should be preaching. I had a guy today. When
No, you should not be preaching.
He gonna say, "Do you got a church?" I said, "Oh, why would I have a church?" He was like, "I don't know. I thought you might
Why
have a
would
church."
you-
I
why-
said, I got a gym. I ain't got no church. I don't want that responsibility.
It's not about what you want.
Yes, it is.
No.
I said, I'm not gonna force you. I'll give it to somebody else.
Listen,
I always say that. You
no.
can
All
give that
right.
to someone else.
An easier assignment is not coming.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm in
Accept
there,
it.
I'm in the trap, man. I'm out here.
Accept it.
I'm out here.
The higher the
I
levels.
know, but I just don't want. I don't want.
It's not about what you want.
And
You're
then-
going to end up.
And then they don't even follow and be doing what they supposed to do, and now you mad at me. We all ain't doing what we supposed to do. Leave me alone. Shoot.
Leadership is heavy.
Oh.
Heavy is the head that carries the
That's why I
crown.
want it, man.
It's not about what you.
I
Ooh,
don't want
baby.
it.
Listen, I hear it though. It ain't about what you want, because I think it's just attached
That's
to
why
you already.
I'm a regular man.
No, you're not.
Nah, because listen.
No, you're not.
You put yourself out there
I'm
as
nothing and no one.
as the head.
No, you're not.
If you're a regular man, then you the head of regular men.
Yeah, I'm nothing and no one. I am neutral. I am
Okay.
existing.
Oh, he's like water.
I am water.
He's water.
God, you hearing?
I'm water.
If
God
he's water,
God
then he
deal
gonna-
with him.
then he
God
gonna-
deal
he
with
gonna
him.
flow like water. You know what I
God,
mean?
I
God,
don't play that nonsense, though.
God, deal with
I don't
him.
play that
His
nonsense.
church is coming next week.
Whoa. Oh no. Listen,
God said, I'm going to put you in a position that's going to challenge you like you've never been challenged before.
Now I don't think he's doing the church though.
It's going to be your church. It's not going to be.
I'm about to say that thing would be.
The Church of Bishop
They
Christ.
would be like, what? I'll be like, you're glutton. Pull away from the plate. The Holy Spirit can't live where it's grieving.
Y'all know we pray as we come in and we pray as we go out.
Oh.
So don't, we pray. We are praying people.
Breathe in the Spirit.
As we pray.
So anything that you heard that you disagree with or you were offended by, put
Pull
it in
up.
the comments.
Pull up, say something, do something crazy. It's all good.
Meet them in the parking
Meet
lot.
him in the parking lot. He clear out the parking lot. It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
It does.
It's all good. No, I'm playing.
Don't grieve the Spirit.
Don't grieve the Spirit.
There you go.
Meet us in the parking lot. Make sure you leave it in the comments.
Listen, and we
Respectfully. Don't come in the
Yeah, don't-
come in the
they gonna
comments
do that.
disrespectfully.
Listen, it's cool. Anyway.
Y'all can come in disrespectfully.
No, y'all can't.
We return accordingly.
Yes, because
You
we will
understand?
make a whole segment about
Listen,
you.
a whole segment,
No,
and
we
we will have
won't.
I'll
fun.
be all my morning
Listen.
all my morning talks will be about you said. It's like not wouldn't waste my energy, but no, yeah. So
I would.
just so we can
I'm
round.
sorry,
I feel
I'm
like
sorry.
people need to
Living their truth.
yes and be yourself, and it's not going to seem so because like truly people only worried about themselves, but for that world of entertainment that needs things to be entertained, I just feel like you have to respect the industry of where you at, the institution. That is just it just comes with the territory. So I don't think nobody really has a problem with who people are or who they choose to be. We just magnify things and
Yeah, because like you said, next week nobody's gonna
Ain't nobody
care.
gonna be thinking about that in 3 days.
Nobody gonna care.
Give it 3 days.
It was something
Final.
to talk about.
Let's get
See,
some
they
parting
going
words.
from TD Jake, so they go.
Yeah, that's,
He was like, yes, thank you.
so back to being a power bottle. Tiff, do you have anything that you want to say before we leave?
Well, in this episode of Cocks and Glocks,
Pause.
I don't have
Is that
anything
the title
to
of the
say.
show, Cox and
No.
Glocks?
No.
She's gonna make the thing. I'm
No.
not writing this one. She's
No.
our writer. She's the writer. She's the professional. She would make it sound elegant because it would be on me. I'd be like, we was talking about some other stuff today.
Cocks and blocks. Pause. Oh my goodness.
As this conversation,
'Cause I'm on Boats and Hoes.
that's my movie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Cool.
you see how we are. But this was a good conversation,
Yes.
an eye-opening conversation as always. This is what Quit the Cap podcast is about. We need y'all to quit capping.
Yeah.
Quit it.
Quit
Be
it.
yourself.
Cut it out.
Because we don't really give a damn for real, for real.
We
And if
don't.
The institution that
But
you
we will
don't
talk about
accept you. It's not your institution.
It's not your place.
Yep. There you go.
Your people are coming. Your people are out here.
Yeah.
Like, just be
Stop trying to
you.
make every. Yeah. That's it.
And if they don't like you, they don't
Yeah,
like you.
listen, I don't care.
And on that note,
Yes.
this has been another episode of Quit the Cat Podcast.
Yes.
With your boy BP, alongside the Bishop and PosiTiff. And we
Yes.
we'd like to thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah.
Till next time,
Peace.
peace. Peace to the gang, peace to gang, and welcome to Quit the Cat Podcast.